Hey everybody, it's Eric from Momentum Options, and today we're going to be learning an easy technique to identify the trend and find high quality trading setups. So, we're going to be talking about how you can stay on the right side of the trade and find highly profitable trades like these using only EMAs. Now, if you don't know much about trading or what EMAs are, we're going to be talking about all of that. In today's agenda, we're going to be talking about the different types of moving averages and how they're calculated, what to look for to easily identify short-term trends, and how to perform top-down analysis using EMAs, and perform this step-by-step process using EMAs to identify trades. And if you stay until the end, you're going to receive my complementary trend signals that go along with our custom EMA study that I'll be giving you in this video. So stay till the end and you'll get an awesome bonus. So let's talk about it. What are EMAs? So moving averages, exponential moving averages, are one of the most used indicators in trading. They're going to help you better time your entries, better predict market turning points, and overall just increase your winning rate. The exponential moving average is an average price calculation over a certain time period that applies more weight on the most current price data, causing it to react faster to price change. So what does that mean? So if we're looking at a 20-day moving average, for example, we are going to calculate the closing prices of the last 20 candles. We're going to add all those up, and then we're going to divide it by 20. And that's going to give us our average price over the last 20 bars. Now, using moving averages, we can get a good idea of what, say, like the average price and what is a reasonable price. And if we use lower numbers like an 8, then it's going to stick much closer to price because it's only measuring the last 8 bars, and it's reacting to the most recent bars a little bit, more strongly. Whereas if we use a 50, it's going to be a little bit slower and act more as trend change support. So before we get into that, let's talk about the different types of moving averages. We have our exponential, which are more fast moving and give us early signals. These are very useful at determining the short-term trend, what's been going on more recently. We can use these on absolutely every time frame. We do use these on absolutely every time frame. We also look at some simple moving averages. They're slower and they tend to give stronger signals. But we only really like to look at these on more of a daily time frame. And we look at things like the 50 and the 200-day moving averages. We look to see where price is in relation to those moving averages and where those moving averages are in relation to each other. When the 50 is above the 200, that's bullish. And when the 50 is below the 200, that's bearish. And those typically are stocks we want to kind of stay away from because the trend tends to be more unhealthy. And like I said, we're looking at that more on a daily time frame. So how can we trade using these EMAs? We're going to use the 8 and 50 to determine the short-term trend. No matter what time frame you are looking at, you just need to look at the 8 and the 50 to understand where price is going, has been going on that time frame. Okay? So our 8 is our money line, and we say that if we're in calls, for example, for trading up, as long as price is above the 8, you are making money. And if price closes on the other side of the 8, you are no longer making money. So that's why we refer to it as the money line. Then we have our 50 EMA, and that's going to be our trend change resistance. So until price closes on the other side of the 50, the trend is still moving in the same direction. And once price starts to get on the other side of the 50, then we look for things like here, where we have price, or the 8, trying to cross below the 50. And this right here is what we would call a bearish cross. But this is only one time frame, and it's the 15-minute time frame, and why we need to use top-down analysis to help us really understand what's going on. It's trying to cross direction here, but on the 1 hour it's very much still bullish, and this is an example of when people are buying dips, right? So What do we need to look for to easily identify the short-term trends? Like I said, a bullish cross. When the 8 EMA crosses up through the 50 EMA, we know that the trend is changing from bearish to bullish. And when the 8 EMA crosses down through the 50 EMA, we know that the trend is changing from bullish to bearish. And you guys may notice I have some signals on here, and these are our trend signals, and that's that bonus that I was mentioning before. And you can also see our 8 and 50 moving average on our charts here, noted by the yellow and pink dotted lines, or yellow dotted line and pink solid line. So how can we add these EMAs to our charts? I've made a simple study that you guys can add. There's a link at the bottom of, below this video or right here on your screen right now. I'm going to move this to the side, and I've got my Thinkorswim loaded up here. And I'm just going to come up here into the setup area. If you click right here, you're going to open a shared item. And you're just going to type in that URL. You hit preview, and you are loading in our EMAs. And you're going to import. I already have it, so it's already there. But once you've loaded it in, you're just going to come up here to the Charts tab, click on Charts, make sure you have a chart loaded up, and you're going to right click on your chart, come down to Studies, click on Edit Studies. I'm just going to get rid of it. That's all I have shown right now is my volume down here. But we're going to add in those EMAs, and you saw it had the 1, that's already because I already had it. But I've double clicked on it, then applied, and now we have our 8 and 50 showing on SPY. And we know that when the 8 crosses up through the 50, that is a very bullish thing. And as long as the 8 stays above the 50, price is moving up. The trend is up. And here we go. Nice, strong uptrend on the market. Okay. Come back here. So if you want access to the custom version with it changes the color of the candles according to the trend. It signals bullish, bearish trend changes. And it really goes hand in hand with our EMAs. Pay attention to your inbox because we'll be sending that out shortly after this. It takes only, just like that, a couple minutes to install, and if you combine it with our other indicators, it's really, really powerful. So, like I said, when we're using these indicators, we want to make sure we're using top-down analysis so we really fully understand what is going on. One time frame isn't going to tell you the whole story. In order to see the whole story, you're going to need to look at a few time frames. Really, it's best to look at all of the time frames to have a full picture of what is going on. But when we're day trading, the most relevant time frames, if we're using this strategy especially, is 15-minute, 1 hour, and 4 hour. What are the moving averages doing? What is price doing around those moving averages on those time frames? If price is above, we want to be looking at calls. And if price is below, we want to be looking to get in puts. Whenever we are swing trading, we want to be looking at higher time frames. It's going to take longer to play out. We're holding these trades for a longer period of time. We need to let time work in our favor. So we need to look at 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily EMAs and understand whether the 8 is above the 50 or below the 50. Is price holding above the 8, holding above the 50 on these different time frames? And we want to be very aware of what is going on. Whenever price is above the 8, above the 50 on all of these time frames, we want to be getting into calls. Whenever price is below on all these time frames, we want to be getting into puts. And remember, whether you're day trading, whether you're swing trading, understanding what price is doing on all the higher time frames is always best, because the more time frames you are trading with, the better. The more time is working in your favor, right? So here's an example on Shopify. As you can see, the 8 is below the 50. The price tried to get above the 8 and the 50 where I have that doji marked, but couldn't do it. 8 stayed below the 50. Price getting back below the 50 and the 8 shortly after that doji. And if we look on a lower time frame here, like the 1 hour, we can see when price moved back below both the 50 and the 8, and then we get that trend change, bearish cross. Now 50 is acting as resistance. This is a good time to be going short as that continuation starts to play out. And you can get an excellent move down here. And as long as price stays below the 50, if you're in a swing, you want to be staying short and locking in your profit as you're hitting your targets. So if we knock it down to even a lower time frame, we know here that the daily, the 8 is below the 50. We know that the 1 hour, the 8 is below the 50. So if we're looking for a day trade, and we're looking, say, at the 15-minute, and we see that the 8 is kind of hanging out above the 50, but all the higher time frames are bearish. When we get this bearish cross, saying that the lower time frame is starting to move down again, we want to be going short and staying in as long as price is below the money line, right? And when price gets back above the money line, we want to just lock in our profit. A $10 move down is an excellent move down when you're trading with the trend, right? So, and remember, when price closes back above the money line, you know, sometimes it will continue to move like this, but more often than not, trends are starting to change and you'll have price move back up. And if you continue to hold, you're letting your profit go away. And there's no point to do that because you can always get back in on continuations. But once your profit is gone, it's gone. So remember that. Lock in that profit. So here's an example. So we had over here, when we had that doji and price was moving down, we had an excellent move down. Now over here, when price is getting back above the 50, back above the 8 and holding, and then we get that bullish cross, now we can start thinking about up. Higher time frames are starting to stay up. So what are lower time frames saying through this time? So here's that bullish cross day. Price tried to continue to move up, but not super strong candles, lots of tails, lots of tails. And about here, remember we had our higher time frame, moving averages, very bullish through here, 8 above the 50. This is a great time to be entering the swing when we get this second bullish cross. We had higher lows being put in. We know the higher time frame is bullish. We know that it's holding bullish on the 1 hour, starting to move up. This is a great time to be entering calls. You can hold on to those calls until price closes below the money line. And this was an excellent move up. So let's take a look. If you had done it as a day trade, which I think this is a trade we took last year, and it was a day trade. So all you had to do is identify it on a 15-minute time frame, look for that bullish cross. We know that our daily time frame, and I'm certain our 4-hour time frame, and even our 1 hour was giving us a bullish cross through here. And when we had a bullish cross on this lower time frame, this 15-minute, and we knew we wanted to stay in this trade. We want to be entering calls and stay in this trade as long as price held above the money line. And for a trade that you get in on the day and expect to get out, well, you didn't have to get out because you'd already locked in an excellent amount of profit. But if you held all the way through the next day until you got that close below your money line, you got in on an excellent $41 move. So what do we have to do? We need to be checking the time frames relevant to your trading style. So if you're day trading, remember we're focusing on the 15-minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hour. If we're swing trading, more the 1 hour, 4 hour daily. And if you're investing even higher, daily, weekly, monthly. But no matter where you are in this trading style, even if you're on daily, it's good to know what's going on with the higher time frames. what's going on with the daily, the weekly, the monthly, the 4-hour, the 2-hour. Because the more time frames you trade with, the more time is just working in your favor. The more the odds are stacking in your favor. So, when you've identified the most relevant time frames to your trading style, and you have a general idea of what the even higher time frames are doing, right? You want to look at your EMAs, and you want to determine if price is above on all of your time frames, you want to be getting into calls because you expect that over time price will continue to rise. If you look at your EMAs and price is below on all of your time frames, you want to be buying puts because you expect that price will continue to fall. And remember, you want to be monitoring these trades and locking in profits. And if price closes below the 8 EMA, if you're in calls, or above the 8 EMA if you're in puts, on the lowest time frame relevant to your trading style, you should exit the position with your profits or stop yourself out. There's only 4 ways your trade should ever end. You should have a big winner, a small loser, or break even. And that's it. And if you do that, you'll continually grow your account. And here's that example. What $41 move looks like. This trade cost $680 per contract to enter, and those contracts closed for $35.80. That's a $2,900 gain, a 526% return on your money in only 2 days. Just think, 10 contracts is $29,000 of profit in 2 days. Think of what you could do with that kind of income. And determining the trend and finding profitable trades really is that easy, guys. So check out our website and inbox for more free content, and you can see how we apply these same types of indicators and tools into our Orbi system. Our algorithm looks at our moving averages and RSI and a whole bunch of other things that we use to make our trading even more precise. It creates a real-time trading plan for us and does a whole bunch of analysis that's really, really powerful and makes trading just so much easier for us. So yeah, please check it out and definitely stay focused on your inbox because we will be sending you our trend signals shortly after you watch this video. All right, have a good day.